Hello everyone, I Ashutosh Tripathi once again welcome you to my YouTube channel LEARN.COM. This is going to be the part 3 of the topic reported speech. Not only part 3 but this is the final video on this topic. With this we come to end of this topic, that is reported speech. Hope you liked and understood the previous two videos in which we discussed regarding the various rules of reported speech, how a direct speech is converted into indirect speech, and the examples which I took in both the previous videos were of assertive sentences. That is, all the examples that we considered were of assertive sentence. Now in this video we will cover the rest three types of sentences. That is, if the reported speech is going to be of interrogative type or imperative or exclamatory. So without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. So here we go. Okay, now let us consider in the beginning the interrogative sentences. That is, if the reported speech, or to be very precise, we can say if the sentence within the inverted commas is an interrogative sentence, that is a question, then what changes are we supposed to make? That I have listed down here, as you can see on your screen. I'm repeating again, if the sentence that is inside the inverted commas, I can say if the reported speech is an interrogative sentence, then these are the changes that we will make. So the first change is that the reporting verb is changed to asked, because here we are asking questions. So the reporting verb, that is said or whatever it is, it will be changed to asked. Conjunction that is not used. Now this is very important or noticeable change here, that until now we were replacing the inverted commas by the conjunction that, but in case of interrogative sentence, this conjunction that is not used, but the inverted commas are replaced by, it is replaced by two types depending upon the type of question. If the question begins with a WH word, that is what, where, when, why, whose, whom, etc. So any of the WH word, if the question begins with the WH word, the inverted commas are replaced by the same WH word, or you can say in place of that we are using the same WH word with which the question begins. But in case the question begins with an auxiliary verb, that is, am, are, has, have, or any of its kind, then the inverted commas or the conjunction that is replaced by if or whether. And other rules to be followed as already explained. So the new two changes here which we have to consider is that the reporting verb is changed to asked and the inverted commas are replaced depending upon how the question begins. If it is a WH question or if beginning with a WH word, then the same WH word replaces the inverted commas. But if the question begins with an auxiliary verb, then inverted commas are replaced by the word if or whether. Rest changes as already explained. You get to understand it better with the help of examples. So I move on to the examples with the next slide. Here we go. Yes. Now he said to me, what are you doing? Now as you can see here, this reported speech, that is the sentence within the inverted commas, is a question now. So from now onwards, as soon as you get the question based on reported speech, the first thing which you have to identify is what type of sentence is within the inverted commas, right? So here we have a question and the question is beginning with the WH word, that is what. Now let us consider the examples. Said to. Earlier in assertive, we changed this said to into told. But here, since it is a question, So we have to use here the word asked. So he asked me. The reporting verb is changed to asked. The first change. He asked me. Now here this inverted commas earlier, or in case of assertive sentences, we replace this inverted commas by the conjunction that, but in case of a question, the same question word will replace it. That is what is used here, so we have to use the same question word here, what. The rest of the changes remains the same. So he asked me what I was doing. Past, because here the reporting verb is in past tense. So rule number 2, that is if the reporting verb is in past, we have to change the tense to corresponding past. That is why R is changed to was, and the pronoun you, second person, changing to the object. If you remember how the pronouns change, and if you do not understand, go back to the video part 2 whereby I have already explained how the changes of pronoun and possessions takes place. Since it is a second person, so it will change according to the object. Object is first person. That is why we have used here I. So he asked me what I was doing. So rest other things we have already explained. The new changes here, once again I am repeating, the reporting verb is changing to asked and the inverted commas replaced by what. Means the same question word. What, here also we have used what. Moving on to the next example, Alex said to Jane, why did you spoil it? Now again it is a WH type question. So Alex said to Jane, said to his reporting verb is changed to asked. Alex asked Jane. Commas are replaced by the same question word. Why? She had spoiled it. Why we have used had here? Because this sentence is already in past. If you remember, present changes to past, past changes to perfect, and perfect does not change. So this is already in past. That is why we have to make it perfect. So Alex asked Jane why she had spoiled it. Hope you understood. Let's consider the next one. Jenny said, do you eat spicy food, John? So here Jenny is asking John, do you eat spicy food? So let's convert it into indirect. Jenny asked, reporting verb is changed to asked because it's a question. Jenny asked John. Now here see, the question is beginning with auxiliary verb, that is helping verb do, and as a result we have to replace this inverted commas by the word if or whether. So Jenny asked John if he ate spicy food. This is past, that is why eat is changed to ate. Right? Jenny asked John if he ate spicy food. Reporting verb changed to asked and inverted commas replaced by if. He said to me, are you not afraid? Again, he said to me, the reporting verb is changed to asked, commas are replaced by if, and rest of the changes as already explained. He asked me if I was not afraid. Remember, while changing the interrogative sentences to indirect, don't put the question mark at the end. Many students have the habit of writing the question mark. That goes wrong. Okay, so hope you understood the interrogative type questions, how to solve them. Let's move to the next one. Before moving to the next one, let me once again revise for you that only two basic changes you have to consider. The first one is that in case of interrogative sentences, the reporting verb is changed to asked and the commas are replaced by, depending upon how the question begins. If it is beginning with the WH question word, the same question word replaces the inverted commas, and if the question is beginning with the auxiliary verb, then the inverted commas are replaced by if or whether. Hope you understood it now. Moving to the next slide. Imperative sentences. Now, if the reported speech is an imperative sentences, or to be precise, if the sentence within the inverted commas is an imperative sentences, what changes we have to do? Let's see. First one, the reporting verb is changed to expressing command, request, or advised. That is, all of you know that imperative sentences mean the mood of the sentence will be either request or command or advice. So if it is a command, the reporting verb will be changed to commanded. If it's a request, the reporting verb will be changed to requested. And if it is an advice, the reporting verb will be changed to advice. So depending upon the mood of the sentence, that the reporting verb will be changed to commanded, requested, or advised. This is the change regarding reporting verb. Now regarding the inverted commas, here also we are not supposed to replace the inverted commas by conjunction that, but you have to consider or you have to notice whether the imperative sentence is positive or negative. Now, if the uh, reported speech is a positive sentence, then or affirmative, then the inverted commas are replaced by true. But in case the reported speech is an negative sentence and it begins with don't, then the inverted commas are replaced by not. So inverted commas are replaced by to or not to, depending upon whether the sentence is positive or negative. If the sentence is positive or affirmative, inverted commas are replaced by to. In case the sentence is negative and begins with don't, then the inverted commas are replaced by not to. One more point here. When a let in the direct speech expresses a proposal or a suggestion, usually when we write a sentence beginning with let, then it shows a proposal or a suggestion. In case this is the uh, case, then the reporting verb is changed to proposed or suggested. Alright. Let's consider the examples. Okay. She said to me, please give me your book. Now, as soon as we read this sentence, we come to know that this is an imperative sentence showing request. So, as soon as we come to conclusion that it is a request, we know that this reporting verb should be changed to requested. That is why she said to, that is the reporting verb is changed to requested. She requested me. Now, as I told you, now we have to see whether the sentence is positive or negative. If it is positive, the comma should be replaced by to. If negative, beginning with don't, the comma will be replaced by not to. Now, since this sentence, it is obviously a positive sentence, so we are replacing the comma by to. She requested me to give her my book. Other changes remains as explained earlier to you. So the two new things, again I am repeating, in case of imperative sentence, the reporting verb is changed to requested, commanded, advised, depending upon what mood it is reflecting. So, and if the sentence is positive, the commas are replaced by to. If the sentence is negative, the commas are replaced by not to. The father said to his sons, do not quarrel over trifles. The father said to his sons, do not quarrel over trifles. So it's a kind of advice the father is giving to his sons. We easily come to know that it's an advice which a father is giving to his sons. So as soon as we come to the conclusion that advice is being given, we have to replace this reporting verb with the word advised. The father advised his sons. Now since it's a negative sentence beginning with don't, as I told you, if it's a negative sentence and begins with don't, the commas are replaced by not to. So the father advised his sons not to quarrel over trifles. Easy. Let's move to the next example. John said to his servant, get out at once. Now, when we say to someone, get out, then it's an order. So the mood here is order. So we will replace the reporting verb by order. John ordered his servant. It's a positive sentence, that's why commas are placed by to. John ordered his servant to get out at once. Finally, he said, let me have some water. So he wished that he might have some water. Why we have used wished here? Because usually, as I told you earlier, that let shows suggestion, but in this case it's not a suggestion, so it's a wish. That is why we have used here wished. I have mentioned here also, when let does not express a proposal or a suggestion, it should be changed into might or might be allowed, or into some other verb according to the sense that you have to understand yourself what sense it's trying to convey, and you have to use the word according to that. And finally we come to the last part of this video, that is exclamatory sentence. If the reported speech is an exclamatory sentence, what changes we are supposed to make? The reporting verb is changed to exclaimed, wished, prayed, etc. And sometimes with joy or with sorrow can also be added. So in case of exclamatory sentence, which you can easily identify as the sentence ends with an exclamation mark, or the exclamation mark is used in the sentence. So if the sentence within the inverted commas is an exclamatory sentence, then the reporting verb is changed to exclaimed, wished, prayed, and sometimes, it's not compulsory and not always also, sometimes with joy or with sorrow can also be added to retain the original force of the sentence. Now it is not compulsory to use with joy or with sorrow. The answer is okay without them also. But if we use this, if some happy moment is to be expressed, then we can use with joy, and if some sorrow moment is to be expressed, we will use with sorrow. That is just to add some force to the sentence or to the meaning. It's not compulsory. Exclamatory sentence is changed to statement before it is converted to indirect speech, and sign of exclamation is omitted. Now we already know that how the exclamatory sentence is changed to the statement. So while changing an direct speech into indirect speech, and if it is an exclamatory sentence, we have to convert this exclamatory sentence into statement, and that sign of exclamation should be removed. And most of the times, inverted commas are replaced by that. Now here again, in many cases, we can replace the inverted commas by that, but not in all cases. That depends. Let's see the examples. He said, "Hooray, I have topped again." Now you see, it can be easily identified that it's an exclamatory sentence. The sign of exclamation is used. So the reporting verb said is changed to exclaimed. He exclaimed. Now I have written here with joy in bracket. That is totally depending upon you whether you wish to use it or not. It doesn't make any problem. If it is used, it's okay. If you don't use, then also it's okay. So reporting verb is changed to exclaimed. He exclaimed. The inverted commas are replaced by that again. He exclaimed that he had topped the game. This is in past, that is why here perfect. Past changes to perfect. He exclaimed that he had topped again, or you can say he exclaimed with joy, because it's a joyous moment, it's a happy moment to top something. That's why we can use with joy. So he exclaimed with joy that he had topped the game. Next one, she said, "Alas, I have wasted all my time." Again exclamatory sentence, but here by reading this sentence we can easily understand that it's not a moment of happiness. Something sad is being expressed here. That is why we are using the word alas. So we can use here with sorrow. She said, there's a little typo mistake here. It should have been exclaimed. It should have been exclaimed here. Please consider it exclaimed while writing or while going through the video. It's a mistake. So she exclaimed that, inverted commas are replaced by that. She exclaimed that she had wasted all her time. or she exclaimed with sorrow can also be written. Yeah, I told you it's not compulsory, it's totally your wish whether you want to use it or not. The old beggar said to me, "May God bless you." Now, may God bless you means someone is praying for us. That is why the old beggar prayed. The reporting verb is changed to prayed. The old beggar prayed that God might bless me. And finally, she said, "How ugly I look in this dress!" Sign of exclamation. How ugly I look in this dress. Said is changed to exclaimed. She exclaimed. Inverted commas replaced by that. She exclaimed that I, first person. Just for your memory, I would like to revise here how the pronoun changes. The first person changes according to the subject. I is first person, so it will change to according to subject, which is she here. That is why I is changed to she. She exclaimed that she looked very ugly in that dress. With this, we finally come to an end of the topic reported speech, which I had covered in 3 videos, part 1, 2 and 3. Those who have not watched the previous 2 videos, please go through it. The link is provided below, and hope you liked and understood all the videos and you enjoyed learning this topic. And in case you did so, please like the video and do subscribe if you haven't yet done it. So I end this topic here and the video also. Goodbye. Take care.